Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We got some pretty neat spoilers today. We got a brand new style of card from March of the Machines, and I know you didn't see this coming, but we got Secret Lair from the Dungeons and Dragons movie out, and it's okay, I guess. So, with all that said, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. We're going to get into some really sweet stuff and take a look at some of these brand new cards. So, we're going to start off with March of the Machines. This is the new card. They're called Battle Sieges, as you can see. Obviously, the card is long ways this way. It's a green and 3 called Invasion of Zendikar. It says here, as a siege enters, you choose an opponent to protect it. You and others can attack it. When it's defeated, exile it, then cast it transformed. So, you'll see here at the bottom it says when the Invasion of Zendikar enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. So it is a 4 mana land search card. It's an uncommon, so we're not going to see anything real special about this other than the fact that this is another good land search spell, uh, which has an upside. So you get to put the 2 lands into play. It only costs 4 mana. It's right on par. And you'll notice this down here. I don't know what this is exactly called. But I'm assuming this is the defense points. This is how much damage you'll have to do to actually get this card to flip. So we're just going to go with that. So let's say you do actually get this card to flip. And I'm going to assume that if someone has to defend it, that the opponent can put blockers in the way, kill your creatures, remove them from combat, yada, yada, yada. Probably very much like this being very similar to a Planeswalker ability or Planeswalker loyalty. So, with that said, once you do defeat this, then you get to cast the backside, which is this. You'll notice there's no casting cost here, so you get to do it for free. It has Vigi and Haste, so it's a 4/4 Vigilance Haste, which is amazing. It also says as long as the Skyclave is on the battlefield, it's a land in addition to its other types. And it has tap, add 1 mana of any color. So it's great mana fixing, along with other things. This will be really fun in Commander. And also the fact that it says it's a land in addition to its other types. A lot of the wraths, or well, let's say some of the wraths say destroy, or cards in general say non-land stuff. So you can't target this because it's also a land. But just the fact of 4 mana get to land, um, deal will say 3 damage to it, and you get a 4/4 Vigi Haste is pretty sweet. Not gonna be as good per se as some cards because now if something like a Lightning Bolt was legal in the format or maybe something like that, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of things we could target it with if we can even target with direct damage. Because if we can, for 6 mana you can get 2 land out, get a 4/4 Vigi Haste, punch somebody in the face, and get mana off of it. Lots of good combos. Probably going to be best seen in Commander. Now, this is only an uncommon, so we're going to probably see some rares as well, which, from what I'm seeing here, are probably going to be absurd. But so this is going to be one of the new land types, and probably what they were talking about when they said a mechanic they hadn't seen before, because this is very much like the plane shifted cards for Commander, where you get to flip cards over, get a plane, and then change it. So very interesting. I like it a lot. I think it's a neat mechanic as long as they don't abuse it or make it too powerful by how some of the card mechanics work. Because let's remember, Initiative was really cool too until it got into Eternal formats, um, with the new dungeon they made and basically broke the formats open. Um, Now, I'm not saying things can't change, but let's just be careful about how crazy we get here. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, next, let's move on to Secret Lair. That's right, Secret Lair. We have the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, Honor Among Thieves, coming out. And we now have a 6-card Secret Lair for the same price as normal. Again, sometimes you get 4, sometimes you get 6. They should just make these things like 6 to 10 cards because it's going to cost that much extra money. But anyway, basic price $40 for 6 cards, $50 for the foils. Um, It's a little higher. The lower cards are 29 and 30, but or 29 and 39. Probably because it's the extra sixth card, costs an extra $10. But anyway, these are the actual characters from the game, uh, actual characters from D&D put into the game, which is really cool. I like the concept. I like the idea. I like some of the characters. And I haven't looked at these cards, so let's take a stab at them and see what we got here. Here are the 5 cards. We have the Paladin Unbroken, 2 white and 2 for a 2/4 with double strike. Auras you control have Exalted. That's absurd in extended. You could aura this thing up with 3 auras, and not only is it swinging for whatever the auras give it, it's going to get Exalted +1/+1 every time for every aura. This seems pretty good for 4 mana. Nothing the Black Lotus can't fix. Also, we then have, and he's a human knight, so it's okay. We have Simon, the Wild Mage Sorcerer. So a blue 2 for a 1/1. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 3 or greater, roll a 20-sided. Well, people ain't going to like that. People hate rolling 20-sided dice. So anyway, you roll a 20-sided. 1 through 9, each player draws a card. 10 through 19, you draw a card. And for 20, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That's very interesting and pretty cool. May have some Eternal play. I really doubt it. Not a lot of stuff in Eternal is going above 3. So it may be a bit rough. But in Commander, this looks amazing. And then we have 4s, the Neverwinter Charlatan, black, and 3 for a 2/4 human rogue. Yeah, okay, he has Menace, Ward, sack a creature. He gets +2/+0 for each treasure you control. And whenever one or more players sacrifice one or more creatures, you create a tapped treasure token. The ability triggers only once each turn. Not bad for 4 mana, not gonna lie. Over here we have Holga, the Relentless Rager, Human Barbarian, 2 red and 4 for a 4/6. This is only going to get played in Commander. Has haste. He must Holga Rager. Oh, must be blocked if able. Whenever Holga attacks, each creature you control attacking a player gets +1/+0 till the end of turn for each creature that player controls. Keyword there, a player. If you attack a planeswalker, you won't get that buff. So I see this being the least usable card as of right now. Next, moving on, we have Doric, Nature's Warden, the Tiefling Druid. Well, I never thought I'd say that before. Green and 3 for a 3/3 with Vigilance. When it enters a battlefield, search your library for a forest card, put it on the battlefield tapped. That's cool for a 3/3. And then whenever Doric attacks, you may pay a green and 1. If you do, transform her. So we didn't get a chance to see the back of the card, but it's 3/3 on the front. Not real sure what the back looks like, but 4 mana. You can see there's a 6/6 in the corner. I think that's going to make that card very playable. Again, 4 mana is kind of rough. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes. And I only say that because, to be honest, well, you know, maybe it flips, maybe it doesn't. So, to kind of give you guys an idea what's on the backside of the Nature's Warden here, I got some text. It's an Owlbear Avenger, 6/6, Vigilance Trample. When it transforms into the Owlbear, other legendary creatures you control get +2 and gain trample at the end of turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, transform it back. Very interesting. Let's see here. 4, 5, 6. Oh, it looks like I missed a card now that I'm digging in here. Egren's on there. The Lootist. It's a blue, red, and 1 for a 3/3. Matter of fact, here, let me just slide this over for you guys to take a look at. There we go. So you can see here the Owlbear. And then we have Edgren the Lootist, red, blue, and 1 for a 3/3. Each non-land card in your hand without foretell has foretell. Its foretell cost is equal to its mana cost reduced by 2. To foretell something, you have to pay 2. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, goad target creature and opponent controls. Not the best thing we're really looking for here. Yeah. So again, 6 cards. Unfortunately, the ones that really seem to shine here on this page for me is probably the Paladin, the Wild Mage, and maybe this guy, maybe Forge, the Charlatan, because treasures are a thing to some degree. Plus, he's 4 mana, yes, 1 black to start's better. But we'll have to wait and see. So there you have it, guys. All kinds of goodies coming out for the good old Dungeons and Dragons. Not to mention a quick March of the Machine update with new mechanics. So thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to help support the channel. Links down below in the description if you want to do more. And till next time, be kind. And as always, hope to see you across from the game table.